friend was getting married, this is how I would do my makeup for her wedding day. This eats. If I was a bridesmaid in an upcoming wedding, this is the makeup look that I would do because it slays. If my best friend was getting married, this is exactly how I would do my makeup for her wedding. Mind you, I've been a professional makeup artist for 7 years, and this is what I would do. Maybe not what you would do, and that's okay. So keep that in mind. When my best friend does get married, I will be her makeup artist, and I'll probably be doing my own makeup for that. So this is how I would do my makeup if I was in her wedding. You might not want to start off with primer. I don't normally go with primer, but if you have to have something, I love the Milk Hydro Grip as primer. I already have a little bit of skin prep on, and I'm just going to do a little bit of this all over, especially in the areas where I have large pores. And this is going to give us a really hydrated and tacky base for foundation. The process always starts a little crazy. It's going to get even crazier as we go, but trust me, it's going to come together. For foundation, I have to use something that I know is never going to do me wrong. This is Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. This is the shade 5.25, and it matches perfectly with the fake tan that I have on right now. So I'm going to do quite a bit of this, and we're going to blend it in with a brush. This is the BK Beauty 101 brush, and I'm going to start by kind of tapping this all over and pushing this into the skin. Look at this foundation. Oh, it's so good. She's never failed me, and she's not going to start now, so I trust this foundation with my life. Some other favorites of mine are Estee Lauder Double Wear. It's an oldie but a goodie girl. And I also love MAC Studio Fix Fluid, Dior Backstage, House Labs, L'Oreal True Match, fire. Also, as I'm applying this, I'm avoiding my under eye area. I don't want to put too much product there because it can get heavy and creasy really fast. So we're going to reserve that area for only concealer. I'm going to strategically try to push this foundation into my forehead without messing up these rollers. They're a very important part of the look. Another girly that's never let me down, this is the Hourglass Concealer. This is not the shade that I wanted to grab. Hold on. Okay, we're just going to go with it. I'm just going to apply this where I normally do my concealer placement, and we'll brighten it up with a different concealer. This is the shade Pearl. It's a little too warm under my eyes. I like something a little bit brighter, but this is the placement. A little down the bridge of the nose. We want to highlight and brighten, and we want to add a little extra coverage. Okay, I'm blending this in with the BK Beauty A506 brush. Look at this concealer. If you haven't tried it yet, I highly suggest getting a mini one, trying it out, and seeing what you think of it, because this concealer is gorgeous. Like, look at that under my eye. It's unreal. I do like to take this on my eyelids too, just to get rid of any of my discoloration. Just whatever's left over on the brush. I'm not putting any additional product onto the brush and then using it. I'm just using whatever's left over, canceling out my discoloration. Like, look how pretty this freaking concealer is. It's so pretty. Now that we're giving flat as a board, no color at all, let's add a little bit of Marshmallow from Huda Beauty. This is the Faux Filter Concealer, another one of my all-time favorites. I'm going to put some of this right here, right under my eye, kind of in the little tear trough area, and let that sit for a minute, and we're going to use that to brighten the under eye. While we let that do its thing, we're going to cream bronze. This is the cream bronzer from Persona in the shade Dune. These are so creamy. They're so pigmented. Ah! Look, I told you. These rollers. I'm very obviously not a hair girl. I'm a makeup girl. I'm not a hair girl. I don't know what I'm doing with the hair, but I do my best. So we're applying this in the hollows of her cheeks, actually a little bit higher than the natural hollow. I'm doing some around my hairline, down the sides of my nose, nothing really crazy with the nose contour, and then some right here under my jawline and a little on my chin. This is really going to give us that sun-kissed look. It's going to make us look like we have a little color. We want to add some dimension back to the face. I'm blending this in with the new Say concealer brush. This side I love for contour, and then this side is really great for blending out your concealer. Look how creamy and blendy and gorgeous. I hate saying this, blends like a dream because I sound like a broken record, but it really does. Like, it looks so good. Okay, now that concealer's been sitting for long enough, I'm going to use this other side of the brush to blend out this Huda Beauty concealer. I'm going to bring it up on the sides of my nose just a little bit. Nice and bright. Okay, now it's time for liquid blush. Duh, I'm using Rare Beauty. I'm going to do a couple dots of this. It's the shade Happy, right here above our cream bronzer, and then I'm going to blend this in with a brush. You guessed it. Another BK Beauty. This is the A507. I'm just kind of tapping this and blending it out in kind of a circular motion, but I'm really just tapping. I'm bringing this up a little higher, kind of towards my temple, and then down onto the apple of my cheek a little bit. Such a cute little flush. I like a lot of blush, so I am going in with a second layer, but to each their own. And I'm the girl on TikTok that loves to put a little blush on her chin. I just think it looks so cute, so cohesive, just like brings the whole face together. I don't know, I love it. Okay, for loose powder, it's always going to be one of three. Huda Beauty Easy Bake, the Laura Mercier Ultra Blur, or the Givenchy Prisme Libre. This is the shade 3. It's kind of like a pinker undertone powder. And I love this for brightening under the eyes. I'm doing this on a Huda Beauty puff. And I'm really pushing the powder into the puff and then tapping off the excess. And then I'm pressing this into my under eye. You can always take your sponge or your brush and blend out any creases before you do this, so that you are sure to not have any creasing. Look how airbrushed. Oh my goodness. This concealer and powder combo, elite. I set everywhere that I put concealer. I did a little bit of baking right here under my bronzer contour combo, and I set my chin, I set right here under my nose, I set the center of my forehead, and then I'll put a little bit down my nose also. I don't do anything wild and crazy with my eyebrows, so I'm just going to fill them in with the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Cheat Pencil. This is in the shade medium brown. I just like to fluff mine up a little. Mine are microbladed, so I really don't need a ton, and I just kind of lightly outline the shape on the bottom, give a nice sharp tail, and then I just lightly fill in the actual brow. And that's pretty much it. Okay, for eye makeup, we're keeping it super simple. I'm going to use this bronzer from the Hourglass palette. This is the Leopard palette. You can literally use whatever bronzer. I'm going to start by putting this on my eyelid first with just a flat eyeshadow brush. This brush is from Sigma. This is the E25. So I've placed it on my eyelid, and then I'm going to flip the brush on its side, kind of like this, and then I'm going to blend it upward into the crease and kind of near my brow bone. And if you're like me and have to have an eyeliner, I'm going to use this one from Huda Beauty. I love this kohl liner because they're creamy, they're super easy to blend, and I'm going to smudge this out, so it doesn't have to be cute. This is very brown from the kohl liners. Lining my my top lash line, and then I'm going to line my waterline. Then I'm just taking that same bronzer on a little smudging brush. This is a BK Beauty 204, and I'm just going back and forth over that liner to smudge it out, make sure it's nice and blended and smoky. And then I don't know about you, girl, but I gotta have waterproof mascara because I'm gonna be crying. This is the Maybelline Lash Lift mascara in black, and it's waterproof. Honestly, I'm usually a fake lash girl, but with this mascara, I feel like I don't even need one. I'm going to add a little bit on the bottom, and then we're going to finish the face. For bronzer, I've been loving this one from Ciate. It has a little shimmer to it, so I really like it this time of the year. I feel like it gives me such a pretty glow. It's in the shade South Beach. This brush is from BK Beauty. This is the 103. You're probably thinking, Shelby, you haven't enough blush already. Oh my gosh, this one roller. That's not a thing. You can never have too much blush. This is from House Labs. This is the shade Pomelo Peach. Another BK Beauty brush. This is the 107. I'm just reinforcing the liquid blush that we put down earlier. Just gotta have a little extra layer. I'm gonna use the highlighter from the Leopard palette and put that on the high points of the face. Stunning. If you take nothing else from this video, you need this setting spray. This is the makeup finishing spray from Scandinavia. Your makeup will not budge. It is so good. No matter how hard I try, I will always be a nude lip combo girly. This is Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude Liner. Lipstick of choice was She Secure from Patrick Ta, and then I'm gonna top this off with the Milk Kush Oil and Chocolate Cake. Okay, do I look like I'm ready to stand next to my bestie while she says I do, or what? Yeah, I'm obsessed. It slays. Thanks for watching. Bye.